Okay.
Okay, we're about to go live now. That's the good stuff. Okay, wonderful. Hey everybody, excellent to have you all here. We're here for the second day of the UNIFY broadcast. September 22nd, Saturday. Today's day is devoted to radical acts of compassion around the world. So we're going to be going from visiting all sorts of regions all around the world and meeting in with our family there. In today's show, we're starting with one of my close and dear friends, John Raymer and Summer. John and Summer just got married recently, but they're a team. They're a team of compassion. They're the founders of Compassion Games. John, Summer, excellent to have you here. So happy to have you here. We've got some guests with you today from all around the world. We've apologies on the delay here. We were getting this technology to work with all of our streams coming in from around the world. So I think we're live now. But John, Summer, how are you guys doing?
Doing good. I think that the last 30 minutes was a game of radical compassion with technology. We're playing the games right now. Yeah.
Now we're live, so now we're winning the game.
Yes, yes.
We are live. We are live.
We are all winning.
And it's really an awesome experience to be able to share with the world what's happening with this game, Peace on Earth by 2030. And I know David Gershon is somewhere around, but he's not quite in this room with us at this moment. So I'm just going to honor you, David, and share a little bit about how we arrived here. Yeah. So in these different windows, Aziz Royesh and 4 of the team leaders from Marifat High School are with us. And I see they have signs there. And these kids are just lighting up the world. See what's going on. So we've started inventing this game along with them, and you see Matt and Daniel in the upper right corner from Santa Barbara. And we are inventing a game called Peace on Earth by 2030. And David has an incredible story to tell when he ran around the world in 1986 with the Peace Flame for the first Earth run. And he defined 7 actions to create peace on Earth. And we decided to collaborate and introduced us to Aziz Royesh, who is a world-renowned educator who started the Marifat School in Kabul. And the first action that we've been working on is called Befriend the Other. And what happened was the students went out on a person-to-person basis, reached out to somebody that they normally would avoid, and reached across that divide out of their comfort zone and asked that person to be their friend. And we've been meeting on a regular basis on Zoom calls, working through the design of this game. And in the middle of all this, a dear brother, Nemo Patel from Empty Hands Music, released this video that said, "We shall overcome, love will rise again." And we shared it with Aziz and the students, and they said, we want to do that. We want to take Befriend the Other from just not person to person, but we want to go out on the streets of Kabul, and we want to create a similar video and take that similar message of sharing peace and love and compassion with their neighbors and folks in Kabul. And it was just amazing. And David, in dialogue with them, was asking, well, why do you want to do this? Why is this so important? And Josh at Stage 10, we'd like to share that video of Sahar. It's an audio clip. You can see her explaining to David why it's so important for her to do this, even though they live in such a challenging situation. And you'll see a little bit of Nemo Patel's song, "We Shall Overcome, Love Will Rise Again," so people get an understanding of what we're talking about doing. So maybe we can move to that video clip. Yeah, here it goes.
David, as you said, we can use it as supporting beliefs. Like, that's okay. There are lots of fears. We are afraid to be killed by Taliban, by terrorists, but we can use it in the other way. For example, we can use it for encouraging ourselves. For example, we say that that's right. There are lots of fears out of the school and the streets everywhere in Kabul, but if I go and I successfully made this made this happen, it would be so great for myself. For example, when we go and make the video of We Shall Rise Again, that would be so great for it. And after that we will be so happy because we did such a hard thing for everyone in Afghanistan. It's not easy even to go to streets for walking sometimes, on the nights, on the early mornings. But when we do that, it shows that we are such an able people, and it shows for the other people that they can do what they want as we did. And I will do it to encourage my people, to encourage myself, and to do something that is positive for my society, for my people, and for all the people around the world.
Every time I think it's gonna take much longer, we shall overcome. Every time I question, am I getting stronger? We have just begun. Gonna make a change, we gotta push much farther. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Come on now. I will carry on. I will carry on. I will carry on. Carry on. After we're gone, we'll run to the tree we plant. We'll be strong. Yeah, come on. Yep. We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
David, as you said, we can use it as supporting beliefs. Like, that's okay. There are lots of fears. We are afraid to be
has inspired radical acts of compassion around the world. Over the last couple of weeks with the September Compassion Games that's been going on since September 9th, all the way through this weekend, there are people that have been sending love letters to these amazing kids from all over the world on the Compassion Report map, sending emails, beautiful videos of just truly, it is inspiring the world what is unfolding in Kabul. And we just are so grateful to be here with the amazing group of kids and with Aziz, and just you are lighting up the world, and you are creating peace on earth.
So maybe we could switch to Aziz and the kids and spend a little bit of time listening. Aziz, we want you to share the inspiration. I mean, you've been working for years in the area of empowerment and agency, inspired by David's work from the Empowerment Institute. I'd love to hear you talk about this game we're inventing, Peace on Earth by 2030, and Befriend the Other, and whatever we want to hear from the kids. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you, and it's a pleasure to be at this very important moment of our history with so amazing supporting people from around the world. I think this is the meaning of our life here, and I'm very happy that albeit all these hardships are going around here in Afghanistan, especially in Kabul these days. Kids even are afraid to come out of their homes to go to school or to return back from school home safely. But still, there is a smile and a hope in their faces. And I think that is the very powerful message that we can share with our friends around the world. The game that is now, I think, an engine for these students, the kids at high school. It has a very big message for the people here in Afghanistan. We have now gone with that is about to be completed, a very good song. The lyrics of that was shared with my friends, and these days the audio of that song is near to be completed, and it will be shooted on the streets of Kabul in this week, and hopefully by the next of maybe in 1 or 2 weeks we'll complete this video, and that will be handed to all our friends through John, through David Gershon, and all the other friends that they have communication with others. I'm very happy that now it is a little bit late here in Kabul at night, but these kids, Sakina, Sahar, Sadaf, Sina, and Faridun, they are here with me. they are members of this group, and I'm very happy that they have found a very good team with themselves. I have gone with them with the 3 days of my workshop of empowerment, and hopefully this week the rest of the 2 will be completed in 2 or 3 weeks. All these workshops will be completed along with this song that they are now making, and they are going to produce that. Now I think it will be a very good time for Sakina, Sadaf, and Sina that at least 1 or 2 sentences from their own side, they should be sharing that with you, and hopefully that will be a very good message, inspiring message here from Kabul here. Yes,
Beautiful.
Sakina?
Hello everyone, it's a great pleasure to be joining. So my name is Sakina. The thing is that my mom, she always says that we should leave Afghanistan because she's so afraid of situation here. But the only thing that we're still here is because of the hope we have. Because I think it's our duty to make Afghanistan and to build it. And the only thing or the only way is to have great hopes and to be great in the way for reaching to our hopes. Thank you.
Wow.
Hello guys, I'm very happy and it's my pleasure to join you tonight. My name is Ali Sina Sharifi. As most of you know me as Sina, S-I-N-A. Then the only reason we started this game, we started this mission, and to fulfill the hope of many other people around the world is that to bring the peace and the love to the streets. Because I believe that everything that is in the world and happening is just for people. It's just about people and just from people. So the only way we can ensure peace, we can bring peace, we can and peace prevails is to bring that among ourselves, among our people, among our families and friends. So we started with the strategy befriend with the others and befriending them. So we started to make teams, make friends and everywhere around around our city and other places out of this country, out of Kabul and the other provinces in the countries around the world. And after that, we were on the strategy many to many. That tonight we have you here, and we are talking to you all about the peace and about the hope we have and the hope of ensuring peace one day and rebuilding Afghanistan. Actually, the term rebuilding, I think it's very it's not the thing that we want. We want to reinvent Afghanistan because reinventing Afghanistan has the possibility to ensure peace. And there has the scenes and the pictures of peace and living peacefully, joyfully, and without fear. So the only reason we joined this is the hope that we have, and is the compassion we have, and the passion about peace, about living in on the earth peacefully. Is just this. Yeah, that's all.
Wow, Sina, beautifully said.
Hello all, my name is Frieden, and it's a great pleasure to meet you all, to have you all. And the only sentence that I want to share you, I want to say that I believe that we succeed. We will bring peace in Afghanistan, in Kabul, and we will make it. We will make it. Yeah, and it's it. We will succeed, and I will try my best that bring peace in Afghanistan.
You are inspiring so many.
And good night for us, and good good day for you. I think that we will make Afghanistan in the near future, and it's my dream that I go abroad and studying my lessons, and then come back to Afghanistan and make Afghanistan a very well country. And I think that my country is very great, but somebody's don't think so. And I love Afghanistan, and I will make it. Thanks.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you guys so much. We just want to let you know that we're so inspired here, and there's many viewers from all over the world that are watching this. Their hearts are also being opened by your message and by your contribution to the compassion of the world and to peace on earth. It's such an honor. We've got this. The guys from Santa Barbara are just. I know you can't see this, but are sharing their love for you as well, and in a card that they've created, sharing their love for the Marfat School.
Yeah,
so it's a great honor.
Yeah, what's happened? So Matt is the CEO of Serve Community, and this is about empowering young people that want to change the world. And they are partnering with Hustlers for Humanity in Santa Barbara, with the Marifat High School in Kabul to design and play this game. So what happened was they were so inspired, they went to a nonprofit in town they support called the Lost Art of Love Letters. And they said, let's write love letters. So we'd love to hear from Matt, the CEO of Serve Community, and Daniel from Hustlers for Humanity, because they're the ones that lit this spark to get others to write love letters in support of what Aziz and the students are doing in Kabul. So Matt and Daniel, hear from you guys.
Great, yeah, thanks for letting us chime in here. Super inspired to be on the call. And sending lots of love to my friends in Afghanistan. Love you guys. And yeah, so we've been working on this Peace on Earth game with John and David and Aziz and the wonderful students in Afghanistan. And we were so inspired by them going out into their community to be an active stand for peace and what they want in the world. And we were just asking ourselves, how can we support, how can we be more involved? And we thought of a beautiful woman in our town named Sandra. She runs an organization called the Lost Art of Love Letters. And she had done some really great work with us a few months back. In Santa Barbara, we had a few hardships last year. We had a big fire and a mudslide that was a very devastating natural disaster in our community. And we rallied around to support the firefighters and the first responders. And we teamed up with Sandra to send love letters. So she popped into my head as soon as I've been working with everyone in Afghanistan. I said, wow, I wonder if she would be interested in contributing or being part of this. And she immediately loved the idea, and I was like just really impressed and appreciative that she was able to just jump right in and say yes to that without knowing anything about what we were doing. But it kind of showed me the impact of just taking action in the world and how that really sends a ripple effect out into the world and can be caught by anybody to feel that inspiration and then want to pass it on. And so we did. We set up an event with our Hustlers for Humanity nonprofit here in Santa Barbara, California. And a bunch of our friends and community showed up to participate without really even knowing the details. They were just so inspired by the idea of it all. And then we were able to see it ripple out around the world through the Compassion Network. And we have just seen an outpouring of love and support from around the world for everything that's going on in Afghanistan. And yeah, that's been really inspiring just to see how simple acts of kindness really do connect us all. They're not these individual things that are isolated. They actually are completely connected. We are completely connected in ways that we can't even understand. And when we just take action on the things that we are a stand for and we believe in, we really do have the ability to affect the whole world, and we all rise together by doing that. And so it's been a really beautiful thing to participate in that. And yeah, just sending lots of love out to Tina and Aziz and the whole crew in Afghanistan. And yeah, we're just, we're in this together. And even though we may be in a part of the world that isn't experiencing some of the situations that are going on in Kabul, we are a human family. So we are all going through, even though we might not be able to viscerally experience it in our own community. So it's important to look at ourselves as if we're all cells of the human body. There's 7.5 billion cells that make up the human body, and that's the human family. And so there are a few cells that are out there that might be attacking some of the other cells. So the way to handle that is to send an outpouring of love and energy throughout the cells of the human body and kind of heal ourselves through that loving energy that we're seeing ripple across the world. So that's our approach, and we're really inspired to be part of it. And I'll pass it over to my brother so he can say a few words about kind of what we've been working on here in Santa Barbara. Yeah, thanks. My name is Bill, and co-founded Hustlers for Humanity with Matt at Earth Day 2014. We've got a big festival here in Santa Barbara, so we launched this group here, and it really is. It's great to be on this call. It's now global. So many people around the world, and showing support to all of you in Afghanistan at the Marifat School. We've been a very local group for 4.5 years. We're just volunteering in our own community. That was really the approach, was to create a team where anyone in town, our town, Santa Barbara, a beautiful place to live, could just join this group and start to volunteer in our community. And we've been volunteering all over Santa Barbara for 4.5 years. But just now, it's the first opportunity to start connecting with other people around the world. And it's so inspiring to see what is happening in other communities. It's made us realize, as Matt was talking about, we had our own devastation here at the beginning of this year and last year with the fire and the mudslides. And what we realized is that really most of what you can do is local. You know, it's that act local, think global mentality. We've been acting very local here. And now to come in contact with all of you in Afghanistan, you know, part of it, the best we can do is to show up and write these love letters and try to get them out there to you guys. And we're so inspired that so many other people are doing the same thing. But at the same time, we realize that most of what we can do is just continue to act locally, spread love and peace in our own community, just like you're doing in Kabul. We're not over there with you, but we can show you support, and now we can connect with each other. At the same time, all of us around the world, most of what we can do is just in a very local way, go out and help somebody in your own community. And so I encourage everybody to do that and continue to show love and spread love in their own community. You know, now we're, just like Matt was saying, we're being a ripple effect by spreading our light and love through the network. So in Santa Barbara, we've been volunteering with nonprofits for a few years. We're going to continue to do that, but now we're really starting to think more global. And we appreciate you in Afghanistan, Aziz, and Sahar, and Sina, and all of you at Marifat. We're now, you know, we're kind of opening our eyes to everything that's happening around the world, thinking, how could we start to spread our network of hustlers in other communities and start to be more of an impact to you in Afghanistan and all around the world. So we really appreciate this opportunity to share and also be a part of something much bigger than ourselves.
Yeah. You know, it's a good example. If you didn't know this yet, Aziz, but I wanted to share with you. Students in Nigeria have played in response, been moved by what you're doing. And I don't know if Josh, you can put on the screen, but we have this compassion report map. And some of the most amazing groups are responding to what you're doing. There's a group in Rhode Island that are teenagers in a psychiatric ward. And Josh, there's an image in the folder if you could share it. If not, you can see the report. But they talked about how they're the other. No one wants to be friends with them. They were so moved by what you're doing that they wanted to reach out and send you their love from a psychiatric ward of teenagers. Now, your guys' English is so amazing. I can't believe it, and I hope you understand what I'm saying, but these are kids that are locked up, and they heard about what you're doing and how you are reaching out to befriend the other. And they're saying, we're the other that no one wants to befriend. And we're putting that aside because we want peace on earth like you want peace on earth. It's really incredible what you're doing. Now, unfortunately, I have a surprise for you, but I can't share it because your buddy, Nemo Patel, he's in London, and he just sent me a few hours ago a video they made in honor of you. And unfortunately, it was done in a way that they don't want to show it on the screen because it's like in a portrait mode. But I just emailed it to you, Aziz. And so when you guys are done with this, you can watch. Nemo loves you and is so moved and inspired by what you're doing. We are really all in this together. Like Matt said, we all rise together. And it's just so beautiful to see the world light up as this has become a key part of the, okay, that's a different map. That's for a different, it's in the Peace on Earth folder. Thanks for bringing that up, but that's a Kumu map. It's in the Peace on Earth folder, Josh. It's okay.
I would just like to add too that for anyone watching, that we're still accepting and sending letters to these kids. So if any of you that are interested, you can send your letters to loveletters@compassiongames.org. You can share a video like John's saying of Nemo in a room, or you can send pictures, but we really want to make sure to send as much waves of courage and hope and love to these kids, as you can see, that are really, you know, they're risking their lives, and we are here with you. The world is watching. So I just wanted to make sure people know that and also the map. You can
Yeah,
share your reflections.
Where can we see the map, Summer? What?
So it's okay. The report is there, but if you go to the Compassion Games website, click on map.
CompassionGames.org for the audience. It's at CompassionGames.org.
Actually, it's reports at CompassionGames.org is the direct link, which I already put in the Facebook Live. I've been kind of talking with the live audience, so I did put that link in there. So
in the map, they'll see many reports that are called "Love Letters to Kabul" or something like that.
John, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it was really very encouraging points that you made, and all these love letters and the messages that we receive from our friends, they are giving life and they are giving motivation to our works and activities here in Afghanistan and Kabul. I'm sure that these harsh days for Afghanistan will pass soon, and I am looking forward to a new generation in Afghanistan that has now risen, and they have a very strong message, not only for themselves here in Afghanistan, but also for their peers around the world. And now this is the meaning of connection that we have made through your link and all these friends that they have sent their letters, they have sent their support for us. It has been very valuable for us, because now here our students, the faculty that we have here at Marifat High School, they truly feel themselves connected with the world, with a very strong network of supporters around the world, that they are sharing their values, they're sharing their dreams, they're sharing their hopes and aspirations. And I think these gloomy pictures that we have from the top here in Afghanistan as a corruptions, these warlords, these fanatic people, they are not something surprising and weird for us, because they are the remnants of our past history that has very long and deep roots in the history of this country. But what is really very encouraging for us is this new generation that is still nascent, but they are very strongly coming with a very bright, hope in their eyes, and they are determined enough to do what they are destined to do. They have a mission for reinventing the country. They are destined to create a very good dream of themselves, and to show the people around the world that in Afghanistan there has been a hidden side of the picture, that is this new generation, millions of kids, boys, girls, that they have gone to school, they have gone to universities, and they have raised their voices. So now when you see that you are stretching your hands from different corners of the world, by sending your letters, by sending your messages, this is truly the product of this work that we have done in Afghanistan, and this is a shared accomplishment that we have. This is a collaboration of many people around the world, but fortunately the new generation in Afghanistan has profited from this opportunity, from this ground that has been bestowed to them, gifted to them very positively. And that is something which gives us more energy, and hopefully in 1 or 2 years from now, all these kids that are here, they will be showing the world that there is not just slogan for them, there is not just now even something as a wish, there is something that they have accomplished, that they have done something. And all these paradoxical pictures that are transmitted from Afghanistan, they are wired through the media and all these news channels. This is something understandable here for us, because we have come from the ashes of a war-torn country, and in this 17 years, not only we have built the infrastructures, we have built the emotions, we have built the vision. Also, we have built a connection between these kids that they are thinking for Afghanistan and they're thinking for their own future. Thanks a lot, especially that in this time that you are looking at us, you are giving hope and support for us. It is really meaningful, and thanks a lot for that.
Aziz, I'm happy to tell you, I think David is on the line now. David, can you hear us? I think, okay. Well, David is hearing us. He sent me an email just saying that if you wanted him to speak, and we do, but unfortunately, he's not being heard. I don't know if you guys in the control room can add David in.
Bring him in.
Because David is really the inspiration for us meeting Aziz and bringing the empowerment methodology to what they're doing at Marfat. So, David? All right, I guess not. Well, Aziz, we are moved beyond belief, and we are ready to rise with you. Each one of you are just the future. It is so beautiful to be able to have this connection. When we first started, it was Matt who said, it used to be that there's just a bunch of people over in Afghanistan. But now that we know each other, it's like we are one family. And we are committed to stand with you as you rise together. You have such love and support. Like Summer was saying, the games are on. People, if they wanted and they shared the report before, please share your love letters with these kids. And we look forward to getting the video of what's going to happen on the streets. Of course, we pray you safe and no harm, and that we only bring love and compassion and rise together. All right, Dill, I want to be respectful of the time. I know you have a full day, Dill, is ahead of us. In fact, we're joining you later, but Dill, you still there?
Hopefully, John, if you could rearrange another session that some of these students that they cannot attend these kinds of encouraging moments because it's too late for them, and Kabul streets are unfortunately not safe enough for them to commute freely. But in daytimes, in the morning, or sometimes that was convenient at your end, please do let us know to have more of these students to see you and to hear your voices and to share their own messages to you. That is, I think, very meaningful. And hopefully by this or next week, we will complete the filming of the song as well, and we'll give you something as a very good gift from Kabul.
Fabulous, fabulous. Great. And check your email.
These girls, they have a futsal match as well, and they have made their own shirts now. Peace on Earth. Yes. Yeah, they have this Peace on Earth, and they have something in. Yes. On their futsal ground, they will also display some part of the video there. That is part of their clip as well. They will go some places here on the streets because now those the